welcome to the regular session for Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. I will call the meeting to order at 5:15. Would you all rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Alba, would you please conduct the roll?
Sure. Mr. Castine?
Present.
Mr. Pizzaio?
Here.
Mr. Hall?
Here.
Mr. Henry?
Here.
Mr. Hughes?
Here.
Mr. Kretzer?
Here.
Mr. Courier?
Here.
Mr. Potiphar?
Here.
Mr. Timmons?
Here.
And Ms. Waldron? Here.
Thank you, ma'am. All legislators have received copies of the minutes for the June 14th, 2023 regular session. If there's no additions, deletions, or corrections, I will accept the motion to accept the minutes. Motion by Legislator Hall, second by Legislator Pizzaio. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I will now recognize anyone in the audience that would like to share their thoughts and concerns with the legislature. Please raise your hand if you wish to be recognized. State your name and address for the record. In accordance with the rules of order, you will be limited to 5 minutes. Would anybody like to speak at the podium? We always want to give you the chance. Anyone else? Committee reports. I'll call on the chairperson of each committee in alphabetical order by committee, starting with Buildings and Grounds. Legislator Pizzaio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As part of a joint meeting, the Buildings and Grounds Committee and the Plattsburgh International Airport Committees met earlier to discuss the building and mechanical improvements at the airport. We did come to arrive at a decision, and the next Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, July 10th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Children and Family Services, Legislator Potter.
Thank you, Chairman. The Children and Family Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Children and Family Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, July 11th at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Economic Development and County Operations Committee, Legislator Waldron.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Economic Development and County Operations Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Economic Development and County Operations Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, July 12th at 4 p.m.
Thank you. Finance Committee, Legislator Timmons.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolutions 470 and 471 have been pulled and placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendation. The next Finance Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, July 18th at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Health Committee, Legislator Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee has not met since our last regular session. The next Health Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, July 18th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you. Human Services Committee, Legislator Perry.
Human Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The Human Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, July 11th at 4:15. End of report.
Thank you. Personnel Committee. The Personnel Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Personnel Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, July 17th at 5 p.m. Plattsburgh International Airport, Legislator Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Plattsburgh International Airport Committee met earlier this evening. In addition to the discussion outlined by Legislator Pizzaio, the committee discussed resolutions awarding bids for aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicle and additional equipment, and authorizing rehabilitation of taxiway A pavement and general aviation apron phase 1 construction project grant amendment number 1. Resolutions 472 through 478 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Plattsburgh International Airport Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, July 19th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee, Legislator Castine.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, the Public Safety Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolutions 479 and 480 have been pulled and placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendation. The next Public Safety Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, July 17th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you. And Transportation Committee, Legislator Kretzer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolution number 481 has been pulled and placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendation. The next Transportation Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, July 10th at 5:15 p.m. And that's the end of the report.
Thank you. Liaison reports. Board of Health, Legislator Potter.
Mr. Chairman, the Board of Health has not met since the last regular session. The next Board of Health meeting is scheduled for Monday, July 10th at 7 p.m. and is open to the public. All are welcome. End of report.
Chamber of Commerce, Legislator Potter.
No report.
Clinton Community College, Legislator Rosado.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Clinton Community College Board of Trustees met on Tuesday, June 27th. They first had a budget meeting where they went over their proposed budget for the 2023-24 year. And then they had their regular session, which they approved the budget to be moved to the Clinton County Legislature's Finance Committee and on the meeting of Wednesday, August 2nd at 5:15.
Very good, thank you. Community Services Board, Legislator Castine.
No report, sir.
Cooperative Extension, Legislator Timmons.
Yes, we met on the 20th. They wanted to thank everyone for the tobacco settlement. They're starting for the media room. Obviously getting ready for the fair is a big deal for them this time of the year. And they have started the DSS contract that they're doing for us. And they've already had some teams that signed up for it. And so far, they're going over things as simple as how to make a checkout and balance checkbooks, but those things that are important to know, and so far going very well.
I should attend that. Discipline review, nothing there.
No.
It's the same. Intercounty, Legislator Walter.
Yes, our meeting scheduled for tomorrow in Lewis County has been canceled.
Okay, thank you. LCLG Regional Planning Board, Legislator Hughes and Kretzer.
No report. Next meeting is, I think, July 11th.
Okay, thank you. Soil and Water, Legislators Timmons and Perrier.
Yeah, we met on the 15th, and one big thing that we got going on right now is we've just invested in a tractor. Last year we had gotten an interseeder, and it takes a very large tractor to run it, which a lot of farmers in the area didn't have. And it takes a lot of time to actually get each tractor hooked up to it. So we're actually invested in a tractor to put onto it for farmers to rent it. And what it's designed to do is you can go through, and after the corn has already started to come up, this actually goes through and replants a different product between the corn. So after you harvest the corn in the fall, this other product will grow and prevent soil erosion. So another big soil erosion event that we're trying to push. So, but hopefully that goes over well.
Workforce Development Board.
No report.
Very good. Staff reports.
I would like to request an executive session to discuss pending litigation. Also, at the last meeting, we had a request from the Clinton County Historical Society that a painting that was in their custody that had been loaned by the county be donated to them. And so I researched under county law. The county is supposed to establish a policy for the sale and disposition of county-owned personal property. And under the policy that's been established by this legislature, working with the purchasing agent, item that is no longer beneficial to the county can be donated to any not-for-profit agency in the county. So if everyone is okay with that, I think there would be a resolution. I don't even think a resolution is needed. It would just be through the purchasing agent.
Okay. Is that something we need to do like next time?
No, I don't think so. I'll talk to Kristen, but I
Okay.
believe she's got the authority under the policy.
Okay. All right. So nothing for us to do as far as.
Nothing as far as I know.
All right. Okay.
No report.
Resolutions. Before voting on resolutions, I want to note that the majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees, and the legislature is taking action tonight based in large part on the recommendation of those committees. Ms. Kimball, would you please read the titles of the resolutions to be acted upon?
Resolution 470, voiding purchase forfeiture of deposit in the town of Plattsburgh Treasurer's Office.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Kretzer. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 471, adopting Gatsby 87 accounting for leases policy, Treasurer's Office.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 472, authorizing New York State Department of Transportation, New York State DOT master contract for grants contract number K007515, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Perrier. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 473, authorizing payment of 2023 membership dues, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 474, awarding bid for aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicle and additional equipment, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 475, authorizing multi-year contract with Cummins Incorporated, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Waldron. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 476, authorizing supplemental lease agreement number 3 to lease number GS02P LNY00413 with the United States of America General Services Administration, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 477, authorizing rehabilitation of taxiway A pavement and general aviation apron Phase 1 construction project, grant amendment number 1, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Perrier. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 478, authorizing rehabilitation of taxiway B pavement A general aviation apron Phase 2 construction project, grant amendment number 1, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 479, authorizing out-of-state travel, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Hall. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 480, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation from the Drug Abuse Resistance Education DARE Program Reserve, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Castine. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 481, authorizing the Highway Department to purchase standardized offset vibratory roller, Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Brazil. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 482, authorizing the county treasurer to adjust appropriation and corresponding revenue for the dislocated worker and adult activities grant, employment and training.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Perrier. Abstention, legislator Kretzer. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried with one abstention, legislator Kretzer.
Resolution 483, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for the health department budget, health department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 484, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Creating Breastfeeding Friendly Communities Grant, health department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 485, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the 2022 Operation Stone Garden Grant, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Castine. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 486, approving appointment to the Clinton County Planning Board, Planning Department.
Mr. Castine, 5-5?
Yep.
5-5. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 487, congratulating R. Scott Ewing on being named President of the New York State Association of Fire Chiefs.
I would request 5-5 on this resolution. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 488, congratulating the 75th anniversary of the Clinton County Fire Association.
Again, Mr. Castine, 5-5?
Yes, sir.
5-5. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'd like to entertain a motion to waive Rule 13.2. I have a motion by legislator Hughes, second by legislator Bazaya. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Rule 13.2 is waived. Go ahead, ma'am.
Resolution 489, approving replacement of a permanent full-time health facility comptroller position with a permanent part-time health facility comptroller position with backfill, PCN 4223, nursing home.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Kratzer. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That should be the resolutions. Anybody have anything further to come before the legislature? Yes, sir.
Just a brief acknowledgement of the Amtrak's decision based on what's happening in Canada as far as not coming through here. You know, the problem seems to be with the Canadian side only allowing 10 mile per hour traffic, and that seems to be due to the condition of their rails. So I don't think there's much here. I don't know if we want to encourage Amtrak to not stop in Albany, but to come up to as far as Plattsburgh. I don't know traffic-wise how many people were getting on board up here or in Ross Point. But there's no reason why they can't come all the way through the Adirondacks and actually come up into Plattsburgh. I don't know if we want to approach Amtrak about doing that instead of stopping in Albany.
I guess we could do that. And be a phone call. Yes, sir.
Oh, we have a ton of people from Canada that come down to fly out of here. Why wouldn't they come down to take the train? Good, I like that suggestion. I think that's great.
Yeah. We'll look into it. How's that? And we'll report back. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. I'd like a motion to enter into executive session. Motion, legislator Kratzer, second, legislator Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We will be in a executive session. I would take a motion to adjourn. Motion by legislator Walden, second by legislator Hall. Any discussion? All in favor? We're adjourned.